Good day traders. In this video we'll be talking about GoatFundedTrader. We'll also be looking at the dashboard and what to expect, what you can see on the backend side of things. I'll also be running through some trade setups, some new way of thinking and my new system and the way I'm currently trading. Good evening traders, welcome to the channel. It's been a long time. Today I'm going to talk about GoatFundedTrader, the company that I've currently been partnered with, and I'm going to talk a bit about my experience, talk a bit about the dashboard, and then just look at a few trades. And yeah, I think it will be quite a good video. So if you're still on the fence, I'll give a few insights as to my experience of this company, some good things, some maybe things that still needs to be worked out and get better, but I do think they are here to stay and they should be making a really great difference in the industry. They have the right attitude, they have the right mindset, and I'm quite excited to see what's coming next for them. So this is just the website. I'm not going to review the website itself, but it's pretty standard, pretty straightforward, as we are aware with most of the prop firms coming out. Everything is well laid out, it's really clean and nice. I like the blue finishes, and you get a great understanding of what's going on here. Again, comparing themselves to Leveled Up, FTMO top tier, and yeah, it's quite nice. And then you can watch the Trustpilot reviews here as well. If you've been with them, go and make a review as well. I think it does help all the other traders to get an honest feedback before joining, and you can see what other people are currently thinking about it. So let's have a look quickly at the dashboard. So once you're logged in, this is your dashboard. Really interesting metrics. So they are planning on revamping and updating this as time progresses. So this will change in the coming futures, but you're seeing your account, you're seeing your equity curve. So it's quite interesting how they've shown all of this. I think definitely there's room for improvement. It can be better. So I'm excited to see what they'll be doing with it. Green line is your profit target, blue line your equity, darker blue line your balance, daily loss yellow, max trailing drawdown red. And it's quite nice how it shows then you reaching your targets and objectives. Then you have your max loss limit, your profit target. It's just, you have to note this, that with the no time limit, the max loss limit is I think 8%, and with a time limit normal challenge it's 10%. Take note of that. Profit target 8%, daily loss limit obviously 5% as well. And then over here you can see just some stats on this, and you can see your results. So I'm going to go over this results. Was a really poor win rate, 25%, but what we can see is the average loss 143, average win 427. So on average 5 R&R for this challenge. So it's quite interesting, quite neat, and it's quite extensive information that you get from all of this, and this is where you then track, and then you can find your certificate, which then shows it over there. So anything else? Okay, so just want to quickly run through some of the things on the side. So you have your profile, your dashboard, and then with the rules. If you're unsure about the rules, you can see all the rules in here. Your frequent. So here's the main rules: 5% profit target. This is now on the phase 2. No minimum trading days. 5% maximum daily drawdown, 10% maximum overall drawdown, 60 days trading period. Then the frequently asked questions. You can obviously then see all your frequently asked questions here. it's very good to go over this and just be aware of all of that. Your profit share, then your leaderboard. It's quite interesting to keep a lookout on this and see names pop up and names go away. No, I think it's quite motivating, but don't put this on a pedestal. Economic calendar, I do think it is a TradingView plugin showing the TradingView economic calendar. You can see there TradingView showing the newest news coming soon, GDP for Argentina, whatever this is. Announcements, nothing yet over here. Competitions, still nothing yet, coming soon. And then downloads, you get your MT4, MT5 videos. I think more content coming here soon. And that is it. On the main website, they have I just need to find it, but they have like a blog, which is with some articles and stuff, which is also quite nice and really insightful. Yeah, over here it is, insight. You can have some blog posts over here that you can read. Some stuff coming soon. Interviews, trading tips. Here some posts. Very interesting. They have the traders' best interest at heart, which is great. Then looking at some of the trades taken. So this was the trade for today. Very classical accumulation, manipulation, distribution pattern, AMD. We have the session, we have price creating that impulsive moves into a peak formation, creating that fair value gap. We have a break of the 20 EMA, liquidity residing above or inducement. And then we have the new opening, the 3 a.m. opening, New York time, pushes down, creates that peak formation, runs up, consolidates, and then drops down into the fair value gap. Also an order block on the higher time frame, and then trades towards the upside. This trade was also quite nice, entering after the peak formation has been created, or people call it also a V-shaped recovery. So seeing that peak formation being created, seeing price then break below the 20 EMA, creating an area for us to take a short from, aligning it with time as well. In this case, just targeting sell side liquidity below that accumulation. Again, some accumulation, a little bit of a ICT calls it a seek and destroy profile, where we have price seeking the sell side liquidity, then runs up towards the buy side liquidity, previous session high, and then seeing the break, and then price trades through the imbalance fair value gap into a lower time frame block, and then we see the price trading lower. This was also, I think this was just a review trade. I didn't take this trade. This was just for my journaling purposes, but noticing that we have again the accumulation, and then we have starting to see these impulsive moves going up higher until price creates like this D-drive pattern, 1, 2, 3, going higher. I know Stacy Berg talks a lot about this as well. I've recently been studying his content as well, Stacy Berg, so I'm really getting into that and finding some really nice insights and nuggets. Really good. So my style of trading has definitely morphed a bit into something new, something different. Anyway, we have the break, so that's your aggressive entry, taking it towards the sell side. Again, accumulation, and then with the session of the new hourly open, the 10 a.m. open, we see price run up into the 3-minute block. That could have been a entry as well. That's just was a study note trade. This is also a study note trade where again we have the accumulation, price runs up impulsively above the previous daily high. We create a high, no break yet, creating another high, and that's then where we have the break of the EMA, but no, there's no clean entry. We come down, we make a pullback, creating that little order block. We have a push towards the downside again, and then again with the 3 a.m. New York time open, price runs up. A little bit of a power of 3 interpretation of here, candle formation, body with the new 1 hour candle opens, creates the wick towards the upside, taps into that zone, and then expands towards the downside, reaching for that sell side liquidity below the accumulation, as well as this low over here. That's from the 16th Friday. So those were the main setups this week for me, which I then used to pass the challenge. Obviously, I did take some silly trades in between and some FOMO trades here and there, but at least the larger R&R does make up for it, and then you're able to pass it or get through the challenge. In the end, it's important to eliminate those little mistakes that we make, constantly grow, improve. I am by no means a perfect trader. Actually, I feel very far from that, making lots of mistakes, but we know what we want to be doing and how to get there. So recently I've changed my charts a little bit. I do still use this, my go-to background for posts and stuff, but often just using the black and white. But what I'm using in terms of indicators or to mark up the chart is I'm really interested in previous day highs and lows. So that's what one indicator, and the day separators, naming the days, and then the sessions. And these are the three indicators. Pips to profit is indicator, brilliant. If you want this indicator, it's giving us the EMA, the sessions, and the hourly candle opens all together, and the days. Brilliant indicator. If you want this indicator, go on YouTube and search for pips to profit. You can find his content. So I'm watching a lot of his content as well currently. So great stuff from him. And then just a day separator, just having the days, and then the previous day high and low. Just note, when you use this indicator, as default it's on line, which gives you this line as well, which I don't want to see. I only want to see the actual previous day high. So then just change it to cross or circles. Either one will give you what you want to see. It's a little bit lighter, the circles. This is very helpful to see previous day highs and lows and how price then behaves around them. For instance, euro dollar, we can clearly see we have a fake out above the previous daily high. So we have so there's a lot of trap traders above previous day high, breakout traders wanting to go long. So I do think we have a high probability that we will see continuation or parabolic short moves coming into Friday. Stacy Berg calls it, I think, free cash Fridays or free cash Wednesdays. Wednesdays and Fridays are often high probability days. As I've mentioned, I've been studying his content as well. So definitely just trying to evolve, get more insights into the way I want to trade and just improving myself. So on GU, just showing you again this morning's trade on the 1 minute. Let's get there quickly. So just make some small annotations. So we have price accumulating. Very nice. When we see this opening the charts, we know for sure that we will see some sort of impulsive, manipulative move. So we see price moving down. And just the nice thing about the EMA is it helps to add for my brain just to know that, okay, once I'm only looking for longs, once I see price break above the EMA. We break above the EMA, we then see we've created this fair value gap, and that's obviously and also an order block and a key zone. A key zone is just an area that gets swept when it sweeps a low and breaks a high. So there's your high, so call it a chock or a break of structure, I don't care, but that zone and the imbalance within that zone is important for me, or for me it's a high probability area where price then returns to. That's then your entry for longs. In my case, I had my stop loss just below the body of the candle that created the imbalance and targeting the Asian high, which gave that 5R risk reward trade. Actually, I closed it just before that. These eyes, 5R. So again, very simple time-based trades. So in essence, you want to see that big formation created in the first 45 minutes of the session. So there's the first 45 minutes of the session. In this gap, that's your first zone that I'm looking for that peak formation to be created. And then secondly, the second is from 8:45 to 9:15. That's the second opportunity. So either in this zone or this zone, I'm looking for that peak formation to have been created and then trade in the opposite direction. So this is some stuff that I'm learning from, as I said, Pips to Profit and Stacey Berg. Really interesting, really nice, finding some new material and just diving into it. It's all free on YouTube, so take a look at that as well. So guys, then that is it for this video, just breaking down some of the stuff that I'm looking at, that I've been looking at, and then reviewing GoatFundedTrader a little bit. So that is it from me. Hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.